Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule. I'm the CEO of Nalule Energy and a mining consultancy, Name Energy in brief. It's an international firm dealing in oil, gas, energy, and mining. We do consultancies for international organizations, governments, companies. We do tailored research, capacity building. So reach out to us. So we're continuing with our series of webinars in the energy and mining sector. And in this video, I'm continuing with the joint ventures in the extractive industries, specifically looking at the joint operating agreement. So what is a joint operating agreement and why is it important in the joint ventures? So a joint operating agreement basically codifies the relationship between the parties, specifically in an incorporated joint venture. Because remember, in the previous videos, we talked about the different types of joint ventures. We have the corporate joint ventures, and then we have the unincorporated joint venture. So for corporate joint venture, like we mentioned, there is an independent company that is established to run the activities. But then for unincorporated joint venture, they will have the joint operating agreement. So the joint operating agreement is like the constitution or the memorandum of understanding for the parties. Sorry, the memorandum of association for the parties, the constitution that is governing the partnership. So first it will allocate or it will spotlight who the operator is and who the non-operator is, the rights, duties, and obligations of the operator, and then the rights, duties, and obligations of the non-operator. It will also establish how the joint venture is to be run. And in this respect, they will talk about the joint risks, the joint profits, the percentages, if the percentage applies. So basically, the joint operating agreement is very key because at the end of the day, it operationalizes the unincorporated joint venture. The clauses in the joint operating agreement have to be analyzed closely because failure to do this, failure to negotiate the clauses in the joint operating agreement, this would lead to disputes between the operator and the non-operator. So basically, in summary, with the joint operating agreement, it's like the constitution that is governing the relationship between the parties. It defines the rights, duties, legal relations, and other obligations of the parties. And these have to be adhered to because failure to do that, then one party can easily bring a dispute before international arbitration with respect to non-compliance with the clauses in the joint operating agreement. So basically that's it. Maybe to finalize, I can talk about the function tasks of the joint operating agreement. So basically it defines the operations to participate in because you need to agree what operations are you going to participate in the joint venture. Then it provides mechanisms of conducting subsequent operations to develop and maintain production from the contract area. It provides for the day-to-day management of the properties by the designated operator. And like I've already mentioned, it defines the rights and duties and obligations of the operator and the non-operator. So that's the joint operating agreement. It's found in the unincorporated joint ventures. But most importantly, what to note is the terms and conditions and the different clauses in the joint operating agreement should really be effectively negotiated by both parties so that they do not cause disputes in the long run. Don't just include clauses that are not tailored to your needs. So the joint operating agreement is very important for an incorporated joint venture. In the next video, we shall talk about the operator and the non-operator in the joint ventures. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Victoria Nalule.